Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Richard Morgan and today we're back with another of the World Circuit races. It's going to be the Jimny Cup, which was released in the 1.54 update recently. Before we do that, I'm just going to pop up to the options and make sure that we are on the hard race difficulty, which we are, which is good, so we can come out of that. Now this one just happens to be one of the weekly challenges this week. It's a Jimny Cup at Grand Valley South, so I'm just going to enter it that way, but you could, if you wanted to, just dive into the Americas, and then you've got Grand Valley Highway on that option there. If we just select that one, we can have a look at the car. Now the only car that we can have is the Jimny. You can have the Jimny XC, or you can have the new Jimny Sierra JC, so we could use the one that we've used previously. But I'm going to use the new one. Well, why wouldn't you? It's a new one in the game. And I have made some modifications to this. The car settings, I'm on racing soft tyres. I've got the suspension and the differential set as stock. The downforce I've not touched. ECU is 100, ballast is 0, power is 100, it's all left alone. The transmission and the nitrous is all standard. I have dropped on the racing air cleaner, silencer and exhaust manifold. Don't bother doing anything with the brakes. I bought the slotted discs and I also bought the carbon. As soon as you put either of those on, let me just put the carbon on, and you do a refresh on the performance points, you're going to see that it's not measurable, and then you're going to find that you will not be able to run. And if you do it with the racing slotted discs, you're going to get the same problem. You can only run with the normal brake discs, although I have got racing brake pads in here. And I've got a racing clutch and flywheel. Those are all of the modifications that I did for this particular one. So let's enter into the race, and we should be able to do this pretty easily in this car. This is a Jimny Cup at Grand Valley South. 3 laps to go from last to first. Let's get into this one and see how we did. So with regards to the HUDs, I've got traction control set to 1. My brake balance is in the middle. Other than that, nothing to worry about, fuel or anything. So I did find that 3rd and 4th gears were my friend around here. If you've got a low revs, as I had there, then just take it down into 3rd gear, and then that will just get you up through the rev range a little bit more. When you've got the revs high, then just take it up into 4th gear. The other thing I found with this, as you're going to see, these Jimnys are like nodding dogs, or nodding donkeys, or whatever the saying is. I tended to find that by not using the brakes hardly at all, or if I am very, very lightly, so brake early and brake light, then the car did not bounce around like crazy. You can see the car in front there, the nose practically hit the floor, and as the guy got back onto the accelerator, the front of the car practically jumped off the ground. So what I would say is just have a look at the video, just pause and rewind it so that you can see how I am braking, where I'm turning in and the like. I'm not particularly going for a clean race bonus because I am commentating this while I'm running, and I'm probably bound to hit somebody or something. But you can see at the end of lap 1, as we head up the long straight, we are up into 6th place. We are not quite catching the leader, who is actually going away from us at the moment. So if I drop it down into 3rd gear, as you saw there, you're just going to hit the rev limiter. So there is a fine line. You need to look at the rev, like the tachograph, the one on the right hand side, the dial, and just see where that is sitting to work out whether you want to change up or not. If it's around about the 5,500, 6,000 revs, then just leave it in 4th gear, because if you change down to 3rd, as you saw there, it's just going to bounce off the limiter, you're going to lose speed, and then you're just going to be in trouble. But by barely using the brakes in this thing, then you can actually get around here really, really quickly. If you do need to use the brakes, then brake in a straight line, because as you can see there, just to reiterate that, this thing will go all over the place. It's like it's sitting up on springs, and if you touch the brake or the accelerator too hard, it's just like going to compress those springs, and the thing just becomes really, really unbalanced. I'm saying the thing because it's not necessarily one of my favourite vehicles. This is an extremely easy race to win. I'm pretty sure that this video is going to get 0 views, but in the interest of having all of the World Circuit races on my channel, I thought I would do this one. And at the end of lap 2, we are already sitting 2 and a bit seconds ahead. As you can see, I'm losing speed as we go up the hill. I did try to drop it down to 3rd gear at 5,500 revs, and we actually hit the rev limiter, and that wasn't a good idea. So again, I'm just going to come into here, and just a small amount of brake will upset the balance of the car. Again, that's just to reiterate, brake a little bit early and a little bit light. Don't leave your braking till the last minute. Like here at the 100 board, I'm just coming off the brakes, off the accelerator. I'm not even touching the brakes. Same down through here, haven't touched the brakes at all. It's just a case of coming off the accelerator. This one I wanted a little bit of brake. As you can see there, I broke a little bit too hard. That one hardly on the brakes. This one again hardly on the brakes. Don't really want to compress the front of the car too much. I guess it depends on what you want to do. You can either brake in a straight line really heavy, then get it turned in. Or like me, if you just want to keep the momentum up on the vehicle to get through the traffic, then I just tended to find that thinking ahead and lifting off the accelerator was by far the better way of getting through the corners quickly, rather than jumping on the brake and then having to get it back up to speed again. If you can carry the speed through the corners, you're going to do this one so easily. And I would expect you to be beating the car behind by well over 10 seconds, bearing in mind I did show you a few little errors in that one where I was braking too heavily too late. So like I said, probably one of the easiest of the World Circuit races that I've had to do in a long time. 7.7 seconds ahead of Barbara in second, so a nice comfortable win with that particular upgrades on that car. We didn't get a clean race bonus. I wasn't worried about that because I was talking. 47,000 credits in the bank, nice and easy. We've got 100,000 credits for the weekly challenge as well into the bargain, so that's really nice. And that was basically how I did this Jimny Cup. Very, very easy. Easy money, easy race, no real worries whatsoever. If you found this video interesting and useful, I don't expect you will, but you might do, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new around here and you want to see more of these World Circuit races and other interesting videos, then please hit the subscribe button and the bell button for notifications of when those videos are released. In the meantime, I'm going to crack on with another World Circuit race to clear the new World Circuit races in the new release, and I'll see you again very, very soon. For now, take care. Bye-bye.